messages about how it was so, genius to put Sophia on. And I was like, well, it wasn't planned on my end, but everyone was so grateful to see her,
Yeah.
Okay, I believe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Are we live? I believe we're live.
Are we now?
Wilson.
What's up?
We are live. Woo-hoo.
What's up, everybody?
Beautiful.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Say hi. Hey,
Hi.
she's stronger than all the Israeli army put together.
Yeah. So beautiful. She's got a tutu on.
Yeah. Yep, tutu.
It's so fun. It's so fun.
All right. Are we live?
Yes, we are live. Yay. I'm so happy it worked. All right.
All right. Let's see. Let me go. Okay, yeah, we're live. Let me share the link. Let me share the link for everybody in the group so they can find us real quick. And there it is.
Boom, baby.
Roll.
All right.
All right. So I'm sure everybody by now is witnessing all the shit that I'm saying manifesting faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, like literally within hours.
Yeah.
And all this information, of course, comes directly from Dad, and you can timestamp it because everything that I say comes after the fact that I said it. So, be mindful that everybody that's watching and paying attention.
Well, I think you and I talked on Wednesday of this week, 2 days ago. And since then, you've shared 2 videos that have basically supported what you said on Wednesday. One is diplomatic immunity was being removed. And I believe I saw 2 or 3 different reports in different places about that. That's right. Huge. Huge.
And just like they censored me, they censored that too.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Right.
You're not sending any of the truth out so people don't know. And whenever I go about my day and I say something to people, they look at me like, no, that's not true. And I've gotten to where I don't argue with them anymore. I just walk away, because
it's pointless. It's pointless at this time, which is why this is another reason why I'm openly saying who I am, because y'all remember, especially the Jedis, y'all remember a couple months back when I told y'all that the more and more they deny who we are and what I'm doing, the more and more Daddy reveals it to be true.
Right.
Now, you also, for those people that are paying attention to what I'm saying, we said that we were going to go in Israel and do a couple of things and stop a couple of things. Obviously, Dad, God, Creator, Source, whatever you want to call him, is allowing things happen to wake people up. So we can't just shut everything down at once right now. But it's coming. It's definitely coming.
So I think it might have been yesterday. You shared a video. A guy was talking about the Israeli soldiers were coming, and they kind of came to an invisible border, if you will, and they all fell down, and they had trouble with their feet or something. They couldn't proceed forward, and they were afraid to go forward. So that was one thing he talked about. And then he talked about, I forget exactly who, the bad guys were coming in, blah, blah, blah. And basically they said that they were only fighting one person. So I'm assuming that might have been you.
It's me and a mixture of the Angelics also. So, we're literally showing them that they're not the big force that they claim to be, and their leaders are skating, meaning they're taking off.
Yeah.
And I've been saying this is going to happen. I mean, it's the more and more they reveal themselves, their true colors, by doing what they're doing and killing kids and killing innocent people, the more and more we get to do what I want to do. Right. Full disclosure everywhere. Right. Shut it down.
Right. And of course the protests that we do see show millions of people sided against what's happening. And yet
absolutely
you know, the US and Ukraine still voted to keep the war going. You'd think Ukraine, if that was a legit thing, they would want to stop it, since they've supposedly had such a hard time themselves, you know?
Right, right. And we all know that the Ukraine shit is over. They
Yeah,
already gave up.
yeah.
So I'm glad you even mentioned that, because dad told me to send out a message for all of them to surrender today. So we'll see what happens there. You know, when dad tells us to do certain things, that's because he's enforcing it, or he wants it done, and we're enforcing it. Y'all, everybody knows what I mean by that. And as far as the protesting in the beginning of all this, dad said he wanted protesting, right? And I posted it. And next thing you know, you got so much protesting that it's going to start leaking into the media, where people are not going to be able to hide it no more, and they're doing their best to hide it. But that shit's about to be over too.
So exciting. It's so exciting. But do you notice how it's drawn our attention? Like Hawaii was a big one, because that was so ugly and so blatant. And it drew everyone's attention away from Hawaii. What is the status there? I guess really we what I'm caring about were the missing children. Like I know a few of them had been recovered, but what happened to them? Are they still on the earth plane, or what happened?
So yeah, some of them were already, violated and taken off. Some of them are still in cages and waiting for the rescue team to come. But we didn't forget about Hawaii, just like we don't forget about Congo and certain areas around the world, Sudan and stuff like that, where all of this same reptilian force is literally in control of everything.
Right.
And we had to turn our attention, everybody, to Palestine, because that's literally where it's all at.
That's the heart of
The right, the Rothschilds, the reptilian heads, and the mafia, the Khazarians, and all that shit. They're literally all in that same area, and they're making people think that it's different countries doing different things, when it's the same group that don't operate like others.
Right.
Meaning they put borders and religious and different ethnic groups on each other, and they operate in the whole, like, kind of like what me and Daddy do. We don't have borders. We don't discriminate. We're going to help and heal and do whatever we have to do across the board. So they do destruction and all that shit across the board in the guise of, this army's doing this, that army's doing that,
Right.
and so on, right? But
Right.
it's the same group of individuals who literally think they have superhuman or superpowers, and that they can control the world, and you don't.
Okay.
Because you're finding out that you don't. I request our Father to let them find out faster that they don't have the power that they thought and think they do. So it's all being cleaned up.
Done.
Yeah, it's all being cleaned up. We don't forget about no area, especially, like Maui. That was terrible. What they're doing in Gaza, they've been doing that for 70 years. It didn't just happen, 70 fucking years, okay? Maui was just one week or 1 month or 1 day. These individuals were doing this for 70 years, raping and pillaging and killing kids and eating them, okay? Eating them. Oh, by the way, that rabbi that was talking about, taking the kids and putting them in McDonald's and all that.
Yeah.
Well, he's about to be apprehended, and he's going to squeal on all of them.
Yeah, he was so smug. It makes you like, you can't even understand why any person would ever treat anyone that way.
Well, you already know why. I gave you a perfect example.
Yeah. Yeah.
The chicken.
Yeah. So one of the things I wanted maybe to clarify is there are Jewish people, and there's what we're calling the Zionists at this point, which are more extremists, but they're really not so much Jewish as they are the bad guys.
No. Right. So
Yeah.
what they did was they just picked the religious group and totally took over it.
Yeah.
And then they also created the Bibles to make you think that they're the real Jewish people. So if you notice, like I said before, they're killing Christians, Jews, they're killing everybody.
Right.
Now, if if you was a part of a religious group, especially some of the ones over there in that area, like they trust and believe in Daddy so much that, and you're seeing it, even though they're experiencing what they're experiencing, they're still thanking him, right? And that's another like message people should see. But there's no way that people of the light operate this way. No way at all. So literally, this is another reason why you can tell they are a literal dark reptilian force that feeds off of people.
Right.
Okay, so that's literally what you're witnessing. Why are they killing their own kind if they're supposed to be Israelis, if they're supposed to be Jews, if they're supposed to be this and that? Why are you killing everybody? That should wake up everybody to the fact that these are not humans. We've been trying to tell y'all, the whole world that are awake, that have the consciousness, that vibrate high, can see them for what they are. And those of us that do vibrate that high, been telling y'all, and y'all didn't believe us. Now you're going to be forced to see it and witness it. That's what it is.
Right. So basically, we heard about the Balfour Agreement, like expiring on October 31st, which was a couple of days ago. And supposedly Israel cannot use that name. And there's a whole bunch of rules that nobody has ever heard of before.
Right.
Basically, that's all going to be like they're going to be discontinued, that whole country.
It's exactly the whole country plus their whole regime. Okay, everybody is taking their diplomatic immunity from every one of them.
Right.
Okay, and the WHO, these guys have been experimenting on people, and they've been doing it in the open. So you got the WHO experiment on people with all these vaccines and with all these diseases, and then you got the Israelis experimenting on Gaza with their weaponry. Did you ever stop and think why does the new weapons coming out, these military companies saying battle tested?
Oh no. Wow.
Now you know.
Yeah.
Now you know.
Wow.
So yeah, they're so done in so many ways. It's not even funny, and the fact that they think they can control and stay in power with their propaganda media is it only takes one click of Daddy's switch and this shit is over. But he's allowing everybody to wake up to see what they've been doing so that we know what not to do, and we know what not to allow happen ever again. So that's where we're going.
Wow. Now, what about the citizens of Israel, the ones that are, regular everyday people? Now, I've seen some pretty ugly video of them getting all worked up, but let's just say we've got average people over there. What happens to them?
Well, what's going to happen to them? They're going to remain, but they're going to remain in Palestinian property.
Got it.
Because Palestine will be restored.
Okay.
It's going to be restored, and it's going to be cleaned up. They're even going to find hidden treasures that nobody knows is there. So it's about to get real interesting.
Yeah.
And like I've been saying, despite what y'all see, Daddy is in full control, and he can revive and repair anyone at will. So the obvious, you can see obviously that the Israelis that are dark, you can see how dark they are by the way they act. Those are clearly entities, reptilians that are using human form. Okay, because normal humans do not fucking act like that. And you're starting to see it here you're starting to see it everywhere. All of these social media accounts that are posting all this crazy stuff, about let's do this and let's do that. Fuck you, fuck that. Go Israel. Well, I mean, something's clearly wrong with them. So that tells me that individual is either a reptilian, a hybrid, and we're going to unmask their ass.
Okay.
So that's what's happening. Majority of the people in Israel are just programmed, and they're going to go along with whatever whoever powers or whoever's stays in power and controls that area.
Right.
Which is why I say that they will all be living in Palestine.
Okay. Okay. In peace.
In peace.
Okay.
Or in pieces.
Whoa. That's a good slogan for the campaign. In peace or in pieces.
I'm just keeping it real because, I've been telling people that I have these type of abilities to do types of things that people aren't even ready for, and they don't believe me. So they're all about to find out that it's very real. And when you find out an individual can do some of the things that he claims and nobody else is taking credit for it but me, nobody's even teaching y'all the Jedi stuff and producing and reproducing stuff like me, which is another reason why I'm heavily censored. But when they start to realize that this individual can do everything he says he's doing, there'll be peace on Earth. There'll be peace on Earth, and they'll find out who I really am, who my true essence is, energy. So that's another reason why I continue to come out in the open and say, yeah, I'm Sanan the Galactic. You knew me as Jesus, but now you can call me King Smarty, or don't call me at all. One of the two, don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it is what it is. You can't, you can deny it if you want to, but 200 years from now, I'm still going to be here saying the same thing. And what are you going to say then?
Right. You remember a few years ago, I was like, you were supposed to be here for at least 1,000 years this time.
That's bullshit too.
And I know at the time you weren't super happy about that, but I was like, I got home and I'm like, oh, they're going to go dormant and then come back in 1,000 years, right? And try to recreate what we've got now. And so, you're aware of that.
Well, so yeah. What happened is that it wasn't going to be 1,000 years. It was going to be a little longer. But yes, they were going to go dormant, and they were going to surrender, and then they were going to come back with a whole freaking army, shitload of different, and they were going to come in their natural form, like a whole reptilian force, like the TV show V, right? Everybody remembers that.
Yeah.
So they were going to come like that, and then try to do certain things, but we put an end to that, and Daddy's doing things in such a way where everybody out there knows, don't come over here. Don't come over here. And if you come over here, come in peace. They've witnessed me blow up planets.
Oof.
Okay. And this is everybody, even the US government, even those remote viewers, they all know, they saw it. So the ET races out there, they all know that I can do what I say that they all know that I'm for real.
Right.
And I don't limit our Father, right? I don't limit our Creator. He created me to be able to do all this stuff, which is why he also controls me. So I can't do anything without him. You understand? Without his approval.
Yeah.
Although I want to just annihilate them all and just have fun and live in peace, we have to do it in a way where everybody realizes why it had to be this way, so that we can all understand that this is not right. This needs to change, and we can't let it happen again.
Right. No.
And they're using directed energies on what they're using directed energy weapons on people. Right. In the forms of spiritual attacks and all that stuff, which is nothing but dimensional warfare. That's literally what happened to the Israeli soldiers. So we come along and we just deform their feet. You know what I mean? So if we can do stuff like that, what makes you think people are not being evaporated like I say so?
Yeah, yeah. So I have seen video of, like we talked the other day, angels or bright lights, beings with bright light showing up, hitting the tank specifically, whatever they're doing. And people, the guys that are fighting over there are taking notice of it. So it's good. It's good.
Well, that's another reason why they're quitting. That's another reason why a lot of them are jumping ship, because we're fighting ghosts.
Yeah. It's good. Now, a couple of days ago when we talked, you said that we'll call them the good reptilians. The
Right.
guys that are not doing all this evil stuff are coming in to find the evil reptilians and take them out. And I was really excited when I heard that, because that is, of course, assistance. And then we have another race, if you will, that is on the right side of the fence. So what you said is Daddy showed them new bodies, that they will have these beautiful bodies. What will they look like, and how, like, what enticed them? Like, will they be eating meat in the future? Like what enticed them to go along with the light, I guess, is my big question. And then second part is, where are they status wise with the project?
Well, what's happening is he's reforming them to what they really used to look like.
Mm-hmm.
And they were vegetarian at once. A lot of different races were built and made to act a certain way, and then you have negative influences throughout the years, throughout the centuries, thousands of years, right? So all of this was allowed to happen so that he can literally just restore people and show them what they used to look like, and you can have this back if you do things my way instead of doing the things that you thought was right or you thought was. So the status is that the status of that is it's still continuing, and they're accepting that the new reality of that. So a lot of them are changing, and they look more like a humanoid form, and they look beautiful, like beautiful. So when they see in this stuff, they're like, "Whoa, is this really happening?" And then what they did was they took photos, and then they started sharing it to all the different other reptilian forces and groups, and they're like, "Holy shit!" So what that did was that allowed them to then see what Daddy is gifting them for coming to clean up Earth. Wow. Because not, the good guys weren't bad, but since they see what they could be even better, right? They're like, this is for real. We're going to go pick up our own.
So that's what they're doing. Will they have like replicators and stuff too?
They already have all that stuff. Mm-hmm. They already have it. So here's another thing that people aren't fully aware of. Okay, you got different groups out there claiming all this bullshit, claiming that, especially like the Galactic Federation, right? They're saying that that we're not going to intervene in human affairs, which is bullshit, because we're here, and every time they shoot at me or direct attacks to me, that's interfering, which also allowed us to do certain things.
Right.
Back to the replicators and all that stuff. We already have all that stuff. We already have it. What we're going to do is, once this is all cleaned up, we're going to release what we have, which is far superior than even what they have. Mm-hmm. Those crystalline chambers are superior. There's nothing like it anywhere in the universe, and we're the only ones have it. Okay, and that's because of where we from. We're like the first. We're the original creations that Daddy created. You understand what that means, everybody? Like, we're the first ones. So we have everything, and we have Daddy, which is what I've been saying throughout these thousands of years, that we have it all, and we're about to drop it like it's hot, like Daddy says. So
I don't really grasp that yet. Like this is huge, like huge beyond belief
mhm.
almost. I mean,
Done, done, done.
huge. And
Well,
then
you know, everybody's about to grasp it because they ain't gonna have a choice but to grasp
That's funny.
it. So
So
that's why I say like these individuals, they don't even know what they're up against. Literally, they don't. I can take out the entire Israel army and the entire dirt, reform it, level it. That's what I can do. Now, imagine seeing what I just said. Coming in from the sky, wiping out the entire Israeli map, leveling it, and then giving it back to the people with already brand new houses on it.
boom.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
So that's the type of technology and stuff that we can do already, and it's been existing for thousands of years because we are Daddy's original creations, and we've been with Daddy for all this time. You understand what I'm saying? This is what they don't understand. It's
So
about to get real. It is real.
so the reptilian guys that like they've seen the bodies and they've seen what they can have, basically for just being of the light, which like a lot of them are, we'll call it, they're not aggressive and evil. They're neutral. They're just living their lives or whatever. So now we have, because of what they've seen, we have several races that are on the right side of the fence, like I said, that are capturing the guys that are not on the right side of the fence, the evil ones that are perpetrating all this horrible stuff
Right.
here on earth. They're going to come
Right.
collect them, take them out, which is great assistance. And then I assume we'll be working together in some way in the future, which is
Yeah.
huge, huge.
It's not just the reptilians because we're
Right,
already working with certain beings.
right.
We're already working with Palladians, Arcturians, even Greys. Like we just took
Right.
over them and told them what to do. Same thing with reptilians.
Yeah.
Some of them we took over and made them do certain things too. Um, but at the end of the day, everybody will be working together in peace, and then we're going to, expand throughout the rest of the universe. So um, it's going to get a lot more interesting because you're going to see videos and photos of decapitated reptilians in their natural form. Because this is what some of the individuals that have been commissioned to Dad do. Okay, some of these mafia figures and some of these ninjas, they're repaying some of the stuff. Well, they're getting rid of some of their karma, and they're cleaning up. Um, uh, um, how do I say it? They're like repenting, right? And in order for Dad to accept their repenting, they're going to go out and decapitate motherfuckers. Okay, that's what they're doing. I was trying to get it out. But that's what's happening. So you got all these major groups now upset about what Israel is doing, like I've been saying, and in order to do right by Daddy, they volunteered to do what what Daddy's telling them to do. Because not everybody on Earth is slow. A lot of us have that telepathic stuff where Dad just like, hey, you guys go take care of this, and then I'll make sure this happens for you. You understand what I'm saying? So this is another reason why they started doing what Dad wanted them to do, like take out some of these head leaders and a literal assassination of them. And that hasn't even been brought to the surface yet, but it will. It's all coming out, including some of the mainstream media heads. Literally, heads will be gone. And once we do that, then you're going to see the real truth of the protesting, the WHO being arrested, the clones being executed and all that type of shit. It's all going to lead to reptilians eating humans off planet, blah 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 blah, all that.
Right.
So it's going to get real interesting. It's already interesting.
So basically, when this is, we'll call it over, okay. The supply chain for off-worlders, for adrenochrome, kids, organs, whatever they're taking, that's cut off permanently.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so again, back to the chickens.
Yeah.
Farmers have chickens inside of a cage. Chickens do what they want inside the cage, right? They can build their little nest and have babies and all that. And then after the chickens have their babies, the farmers come take the eggs. That's what they've been doing to us. Okay, so it's over. It's over. There's no way to put. There's no easier way to say it. It's over.
Okay.
Shit's over. Oh, and they saw the last interview, and they shitted their pants. It is what it is.
Tell them to like and subscribe then.
Oh, they already subscribed because they subscribe and they're doing it, secretly. But
yeah.
When I said that the children were when I said that the children were being taken up and reformed and then coming back in human form and not human form but adulthood to finish the job, that scared the shit out of them. And it's true. And it's true. Matter of fact, I posted a post from a lady that posted on Instagram saying, I wish the children were taken up into the skies and brought back when all this is over.
Yeah.
That already happened. Your wish was already granted before you even wished the shit. So, and again, this is the type of stuff that people don't even believe is possible. The Jedis and everybody that I trained, they know this is possible. The military knows this is possible. If you look at the Dr. Sala with Tony Rodriguez just said everything I've been telling y'all for years.
Right.
However, they don't even have the abilities that we do because we don't need technology. We don't need no fancy gadget or some fucking military base with a big fucking reactor in it. Okay, I open up a portal right here and take off and come back, and you won't even fucking notice. Right. So this is what we were doing in Israel before all the bombings. Yes, there's bodies there. Okay. Yes, there's bodies there. Yes, there's people's bodies and pieces everywhere. But their soul consciousness and energy is not there because we took it. Daddy saved them. Okay. I know this is true. Okay, because I was a part of it. We know. And again, it's hard to see because he made us in a certain way where we have emotions, where we care about people, we care about things. Nobody wants to see this type of shit happen. However, it's necessary to see who's what. What side are you on? How they mind fucked everybody. Oh yeah, let's keep dropping the bombs. Oh, we should drop a bomb over there. Wait, what? There's nothing but children over there. What's wrong with y'all? So that's that MK Ultra shit that was successful up until now. We're about to clear it all, and they're gonna wake up like, oh my God, I can't believe I said that. Let me retract that. Right?
Right.
Because their consciousness is not going to be what it was in the next couple of hours, or should I say, in the next couple of minutes.
Ooh.
So, not to mention, Daddy upgraded all of the Jedi's abilities this afternoon or this morning, right? A little bit ago, and he upgraded our abilities. So, it's going to get even more real. We're going to do more things in the open. It's going to be so exciting that people are not even going to. They're not even going to, worry about some of the things they're worried about because they know Dad is real and Dad is here. It's going to get interesting. I'm excited about it. Very, very excited. Super excited.
It is.
I love it.
Like, you know, when you can step back from the emotion part of it, like seeing these videos or whatever, you realize it has to happen. You realize why, you know, you can intellectualize it. It's just, as a human, super hard to watch, you know, all of that. We know that the US especially is going over and helping, you know, with funding, of course, they're sending more money over there and all that. But will all the three-letter agencies be exposed and discontinued? I mean, I think some of them already have been taken down. We know a lot of the guys that are, you know, doing nefarious things have been taken out of their position. Will we see that publicly, maybe even this year?
That could very well be possible. What's going to happen is a lot of them will fade away, and some of them may stay in place also, but everybody in it will do the real work. You know, the real, like for instance, Central Intelligence Agency, right? They could be doing really, really good things.
I know.
Right? And they're not. Just like the FBI, they could be doing really, really good things too, and they're not. It's like they all did, everything's ass backwards here.
Yeah.
You know, you got the education system doing, they could have been doing really good things too. But all they did was program everybody. The pharmaceutical and healthcare, all they're doing is killing everybody. So a lot of these things will be reformed and they won't have a choice because, like I said, there's an individual that's trigger happy.
He doesn't even need a gun.
You know, that's why they censor me too, because nobody talks like me.
Okay.
And the crazy part, which is not crazy at all, I back the shit up. Daddy backs me up. It's like, come on, man. What y'all don't even know what y'all up against. It's over for y'all. Over. Done.
So can you, like, you've given us some great information already. What's it going to look like in the next few months? Like kind of like, I know you may not know every detail, but like a lot of us want to help, and there's going to be a time that we're allowed to help, but can you kind of run us through a timeline, what it might look like?
Well, what it might look like, it could look like the entire Israeli army surrender.
Mm-hmm.
The entire Israeli army that, well, not entire, but those in the top get rounded up, military tribunals executed. Okay. Financial system gets a facelift because the United States Treasury notes will be in play. And a lot of healing equipment will be exposed to the people. And we as the Jedi groups will be a part of redistributing the wealth. And of course, you're going to get more and more information as far as what's really been happening on Earth, in Earth, around Earth, and the galaxy. So that's happening right now. It's literally happening right now before your eyes. So instead of thinking about when something is happening, just allow the process and watch it, because these things are happening. They might not happen exactly back to back to back to back, because everybody, you know, if you've been following me, I've been saying all these type of things. However, there's different timelines for certain things to take place. So, you know, for me to even give you a date or what, you know, right, timelines are, it's like, you know, I got smacked in my face before when I said certain things, and I had to retract it. Like, yeah, that shit didn't happen the way that I thought, because, you know, it wasn't supposed to. I mean, I keep it real. Like, I said it. Obviously, there's a purpose why I said it, right? Kind of like a galactic sting operation.
Right. Exactly.
So so I would just, this is for everybody. I would just focus on what I taught y'all. Love and light, broadcasted. We know who the enemies are. We do, right? Everybody else is waking up to this fact, but we know who the enemies are. We know how to beat them. We know we're walking into a new reality. It's going to be filled of love and light, abundance, healing, all that stuff. We know all that to be the case because I've been proving it to y'all, right? I've been showing y'all, right? I'm no longer telling y'all, I'm literally showing y'all, right? Everybody know this to be fact. And the faster we allow the process and continue to put our love and light energy into what we want to see manifest, everything else will like fade away. It's going to literally be like Moses parting the seas. It's going to be, us, Daddy, parting the seas from all the bullshit and us ushering a new reality. That's where we're going. So I wouldn't focus on when. Just keep working at it. Keep working at it. And I know everybody has their own little, their personal life and personal issues going on. But if you trust Daddy the way we do, everything works out. Everything.
Okay.
So that's a long answer to that question.
Well, I was trying to weasel in the back door and get a when.
I know.
Okay.
But I will say this. The faster you throw out the when and realize Daddy's in control and you allow the process, the faster it comes.
That's true.
It's true. It's true. It's always going to be true. It's always been true. For instance, that what do you call it? The carrot on the stick, like I've been saying. You got that carrot on the stick and everybody's trying to run after the carrot. And meanwhile, this fucking stick is on your back like this with the carrot dangling, right? So you're running trying to get this carrot, and all you have to do is literally go like this and the carrot falls right in your lap. So what's that mean? Chill out, fall back, and allow the process.
Right.
Can't get no simpler than that.
Right.
And trust me, I'm doing everything I can to speed things up. However, Dad's in full control. So
of course.
There's a lot of good things coming, and y'all seeing it. Y'all seeing it. Some big moves that are happening, and they're distracting everybody with certain things. But love and light is the key to everything. Trusting in Daddy's plan is the key to everything, and having a blast while we finish the job.
Right. Now, we know that there are tribunals or have been going on. We just haven't seen them. And we're going to see some public tribunals and executions, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Not only public, not only here on Earth, but off world too.
Ooh. Okay.
Yep.
And so
we got reptilians in holding tanks right now.
Oh, so basically that'll be we'll call it televised. We'll have it on video in some fashion.
Well, some of us will be there too because we'll have access.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. People are going to be surprised of the family that they have and that they're related to and that they are. So again, shit goes over people's heads when I talk.
I think it feels like you're giving clues out.
I always do. I always do.
You gave me a clue about 5 or 6 years ago, and I figured it out this year, but I'm not going to talk about it. So
right.
We'll see
It's
what
cool.
happens.
It's
Finally,
cool.
I got it.
but yeah, there's lots of things happening that people aren't aware of yet, and the military tribunals will be public. Some of the ones that are happening now, that's going to be public too after the fact, but it's been an ongoing thing. Just recently they tried to kill the general that took over, General Smith that took over, what's his name? And he was hit by a a directed energy weapon, kind of like the video where Tony Rodriguez was just talking about, and a dart. So they did to him what they do to some of us on a daily basis.
Right.
However, he's got a specific protection around him that if he goes the wrong way, we will let him die. That's I can't get it more straighter than that, right?
Right.
And that's how it is for Trump and everybody else. When Daddy pulls your protection, it's over.
Right.
This is real shit. Do you think I'm worried about anybody right now? Like, no. Okay, this is really happening right now. So I keep telling them to do certain things, and some of them are doing it, some of them are slacking, right? But they're fully aware of what I've said in the last couple of days about that, and what I said right now, because they're watching. Get the shit done. Round up all these motherfuckers that you can. You got 24 hours. Otherwise, other things will happen and it won't be in your favor.
Clear. That's clear.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Clear and present danger.
Right. So basically, there will be off-world executions that some of us will witness, or
everybody's going to witness, but some will witness in person. Yes.
Yeah, I'm just like it's like it seems like that's so sudden in a way. I know that sounds crazy, but like I feel like I've been waiting for years and years, and the fact that we might get to see that like soon.
You know what I'm thinking about right now? Man, this shit is about to be done. What are we gonna do?
Well, I know I don't like to be bored. So I figured
exactly
busy. Yeah.
No, and you know what Daddy showed me after that? Me with my original body, and all these kids picking at my ears and shit. Like, come on, man. Pulling at my nose. Stop. Go over there.
Yeah. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
It's going to be awesome. But at the end of the day, we're still going to have a lot of work to do, and it will be more of a fun type work where the planet is no longer suffering financially because Daddy is literally giving you money. Some more than others because of what Daddy already has them getting ready to do. But we have the entire planet to rebuild. So we'll still be working, just not battling. We're just not going to be battling and killing and all that shit. We're going to be reforming, producing, sharing, working, partying, and reseeding the earth. That's literally what we're getting ready to do. Beautiful technology, beautiful resorts, people being able to travel, 3-day work weeks, extra pay, basic income, all that stuff. I know that people's been hearing it for years now. However, you guys helped manifest that. And initially, they never wanted the people to have this type of money. Okay. They wanted to control everything. Right. But it had to be done this way where now certain individuals like, the powers that be or the powers that were, kind of like the generals and all that. Now they know openly that you're not in control no more. Move out the way, release the money, or you pay the consequences because of you not moving out the way, releasing the money. You're considered a enemy of humanity, if you ask me, right? Because you're allowing this shit to continue, knowing you could have did stuff to stop it. So it's a whole smorgasbord of bullshit. But at the end of the day, that's where we'll be headed. We'll be headed where everybody's financially free, no more borders. People will be able to travel to different resorts across the board around the world. and the abilities and our abilities were heightened. Telepathic abilities were heightened, where if somebody wishes harm, somebody within that vicinity of that person will pick up on it and be like, "Listen, man, you don't want to do that. I'm going to go tell Smarty, or go tell one of the crew members, right?" And then they're going to have problems. You understand what I'm saying? So all of the wars will be over with. Nobody's going to act a fool, especially when they see me evaporate people. That's going to come too. That's live evaporations in your face. It's already been videotaped, so it's going to be. We're never going to stop working. That's what I wanted to say. We're never going to stop working.
So basically, the mainstream media here is totally still censoring. They're just promoting their agenda. I mean, we all know their agenda, okay? And we're going to be seeing some of the stuff that we've talked about today soon. The masses will see it, so they understand it well. And those guys that are hindering the real truth to be out there, they will be in trouble as well.
You remember that Daddy said he wanted an honorable disclosure, right? Well, that's what's going to happen. And I don't want to say I'm threatening them, but I'm threatening them.
Make it happen. You got to make it happen. Well, you know, we know that the history that we're taught is totally corrupted and wrong. Nothing that we've been taught is right, which affects our decisions, right? And how we act.
Absolutely.
But
absolutely.
If we were taught the true history and we didn't forget it or whatever, we would have made different decisions, I'm sure, or whatever. But so what I'm hoping going forward, not only will we be here doing what we've got to do and help others, but that history will not be forgotten. So basically, we will know where we came from, what happened, and how not to repeat it.
Right.
So
this ain't the first time it happened.
Right.
This is not the first time this type of scenario happened. However, it's the last time.
Right. Okay.
Last cycle.
Okay. Wow. So now these humanitarian projects to clean up the rebuilding of the cities, like, will you be like directing groups as to what they're supposed to do? Or like, will people automatically bing no, or will you say you've got to do X, Y, and Z?
Well, my crew will always be connected to me, but yes, there'll be others doing other things.
Okay.
Because Daddy's in full control, right? We will take care of the necessities or the necessary stuff. Then all the other groups can do whatever the hell they want, as long as they don't do what these fools have been doing.
Gotcha.
Because then you get a visit at your door, and I won't be knocking. I'm coming right through that shit.
Awesome.
But yeah, all of us, all of the crew members that Daddy chooses, and especially some of the older Jedis that have been with me for a long time, all have major roles in what we're getting ready to do. So yeah, if I say go do this, go do that, it's because Daddy wants it done. And I'm sure, none of the crew members are going to question it because it's coming from me, which is coming from Dad. And they already know that me and Dad are for real. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So things will be done. We will have some of the first things that we want to work on, or that we're going to unleash is the free water and the free energy, and the portable crystalline chambers, and the original or the real crystalline chambers. So some of that stuff we'll have available shortly, and I mean like really, really shortly. So everybody just hang in there. Those things are coming, and when the time is right, you'll know, especially the crew. Everybody else will benefit from it when they're supposed to. Me and the crew will have it literally in days. And this is what the cleanup of the world really is all about. Restoring everyone, restoring the world, and getting our everlasting bodies like they talked about in the real Bibles. So that's where we're going.
Awesome.
The problem is that they didn't understand what it really was about because you got so many different biblical books and everybody's twisted the shit out of them.
Right.
So I suggest y'all just pay attention to what I'm saying, listen and watch. It's nothing that I do is going to be malevolent unless you're a dark individual that I got to take out. That's it.
When we talked the other day, you know, you said basically for the Jedis, all they have to do is heal one another, heal everybody, and reinforce the commands. And so my comment, when I go in the groups, I see tons and tons of people just putting those pictures and those GIFs and those stickers, which drives me crazy. I don't know if they're just putting something to like, done, or if they're actually really working on the command. So, you know, if people actually put thought and energy into it and even wave their wand and think about it for a minute, that's better than putting a sticker there and going on about your day. It's got more power. And the other thing isn't really effective. It's more annoying than anything.
Right. Well, you know, I'm glad you brought that up because Daddy says there's about 2,000 Jedis, and not everybody participates, and some of them even think they can do better than me because of their skin color, which is why I posted that this morning. That's not the case. Okay, no matter what your skin color is, you can't do nothing. You can't do what I can do. There's only one of me. As far as the comments and the gifs and all that, there are other Jedis that do those and command, and that's their little funny way of doing it. So I don't even put no mind to it. The reality of it all is I can do it myself anyway. So I really don't care, right? I really don't care. Now, if you're going to take what I'm teaching you serious, then Daddy will promote you. That's what this has also been about. He's been watching all the Jedis, and he's promoting y'all to other positions. Anybody can be replaced. Anybody. Y'all seen it. Everybody saw it. So the main thing is to focus your love and light energy and put the energies into the commands. They're going to happen anyway because it's something Daddy wanted.
Right.
The more and more of the people participate, it's more energy to put out while I'm doing other things. But it's still going to happen. You understand what I'm saying? So I've already put my energy into it, and it's snowballing. Now imagine if everybody gets their shit together, puts energy into that already, you know, spiraling love and light blast. Shit happens faster. It's called manifestation at its best.
Right.
But you know, people think they can do whatever they want to do and blah blah blah, and they're just hindering the process, which is not really hindering the process. It's going to happen anyway.
Not helping them anyway. Yeah.
Right.
So I guess you said it better than I did. You know, a lot of them are. It's almost like the little sticker or whatever is a placeholder. Yeah, I saw the post, and then they go about their day. But I just wonder, are they really doing anything to push the? If we all gather together and focused on your command, we push the manifestation faster. It does make it easier and quicker for everybody. You know, it speeds up the process. One day you said, point your wands at Israel or whatever. So I put a map up, and I 2 or 3 days in a row, I, wand the map and all that. And I try to feel the energy and what I want to happen, so I like to think I'm helping raise that vibration a little bit.
That's exactly what you're doing. That's why I said it.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't physically do it like that, but you did it mentally, it still works.
Yeah.
Because like what Tony said earlier, psychokinetic. They don't call us psycho. So all we literally have to do is look at a target in our mind's eye and poof, execute. Either we heal it or we execute it, and it works because it works. I'm teaching y'all this stuff, and notice that everything that I've taught the Jedi's throughout the years, they're starting to bring it to the surface where it's actually real.
Right.
And they're still trying to figure out to this day, how do we do what we do? It's called the daddy factor. And you ain't better than daddy.
Is Daddy kind of like a peer, like, you're going to be unveiled in some way? I don't know how that's going to look, but is he going to
Yes.
then? Ooh.
I said yes, and the screen froze.
Actually, you blipped, like you're the light behind
Yes.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. So the screen froze too. But yes.
Yeah.
He appears to us all the time. The one time he was sitting behind us with sunglasses.
Better start being nicer to people.
Yeah. Everybody's gonna be like, "Who's that hunk over there?"
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's funny. But Daddy can take any form he wants to. I mean, he's the creator. He created everybody, everything, right? So, but the answer is yes. He will make an appearance.
All right. So we're gonna have a unveiling of King Smarty soon. And
shortly. We don't use that word soon no more. It's shortly. Shorter.
It's gonna be so exciting. All right.
It is.
There other stuff you wanted to talk about? Like, I have other questions about products, Deep Blue, that kind of stuff. Do you want to talk about that today, or
it don't matter? Whatever helps everybody. I do want to say that I'm thinking of doing another sale on like a Monday or something.
Mhm.
Only because not everybody had enough time to get the new D Blues, the D Blue pendants.
Oh, move it over a little bit. Yeah.
Yep, there you go.
Oh, okay. Those look nice and thick and heavy.
Yeah, they're real nice pieces, and they'll be worth as much as the coins are.
Okay.
So I do want to do another sale, another super sale, and include that because I'm sure everybody wanted to get them. So look out for that Monday. I'll probably post it like Sunday night or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever you want to talk about.
I just want to make sure that we tidied up all the questions for like the Middle East and what's going to happen kind of there. If there's anything else you want to add.
There is one other thing that I'd like to say about that is that the certain things that are happening in that area aren't what they seem to be, because some of the group or some of the countries in that area already know that we have a war going on over here. So even though it looks like a certain group is going to attack Israel, it's really not. And everybody else already knows that I've already said to stand down and let us finish this. So that's what's going to happen. Those U.S. individuals that have left here to go over there, they're obviously cabal, and that's where they'll stay, or they'll be evaporated. So that is also helping out the guys here because the dark ones went over there. And when they went over there, that gave us approval to wipe them off the list. So just allow that process. Let us finish the job. Don't worry about what you see, who bombed who or what, blah, blah, blah. They all know that I'm here too because you got different intel agencies listening to my phone calls every day. And they know that I've already issued that order. They all, not everybody, they all know that I'm the Supreme Commander. Not everybody is admitting to that yet. But there are some countries that already recognize me as such and how you say, were the first ones to acknowledge, right? Russia being one of them. Russia was kind of like the number one. Was Russia first? Was Russia first to acknowledge me? Okay, so there you have it.
Oh,
Matter of fact, I think that was when they woken up the giants, because they woke up the giants in Antarctica, and those giants were those giants were literally programmed to rise up and attack the U.S. and Russia,
right,
and then I sent them all heart attacks and they collapsed, and they didn't even know what happened until I started telling people about it.
right.
So that's what's happening. So they all heard this shit and they didn't believe it, and now I've done certain things in their areas, and now I'm protecting them and helping them. So the Russians already have technology that literally evaporates reptilians. Poof. You understand? Because they already know about the battle. If you notice, a lot of the cleanups that I do, you didn't really hear me talk about cleaning up Russia too much, right? Because Russia is literally already, cleansed of the bullshit. They got some spies and shit trying to take out Putin and all that stuff, but Daddy's not allowing that shit. So we're protecting them too. And there's other places around the world that are experience similar things. And eventually everybody's going to have to come to terms with me being the supreme commander because of what I can do, who I am, and where Daddy placed me in all this. So allow the process. Let us finish. Everything's not what you think it is, and Palestine will be free. Israel and their cartel and banking system will be, will cease to exist while we usher in the new reality.
Wow. You've just surprised me. Like, I've been, watching Russia for the past
Daddy said no shit. I just had to. He's like, no shit. I'm like, should I say it?
But I've been watching a lot of their speeches as they happen. Like, it seems like they're doing all the right things. Now, when we grew up, Russia was the bad guy. They were the bad guys, right? And we were all afraid of them, and they were the worst, and they were corrupt, and they were this. And when you watch what they've been doing, they're for their people. They're protecting their people. And look they've got 11 time zones. They're giant compared to us. And our guys don't care about the people, and I've never understood it.
Well, it's not our guys, it's their guys that are in the position where our guys should be. And I've been having these little arguments with certain people about the U.S. is involved. The U.S. did this, the U.S. did that, the U.S. did that. And I'm like, y'all seeing these rallies and these protests? That's us. The people that you've seen in the news, that's them.
Right.
I've been trying to explain to people that there's literally two United States. Okay, two United States. Two. Corporation and the land. We are inhabitants of the land. We don't condone or we condemn this shit. Okay? We're not them. We're literally going to wipe them out too. We're with y'all. So we're not the U.S. Get that right, everybody that's watching this. We are not the U.S. The U.S. officials that you claim is us is not us. It's a reptilian force that's been controlling the world and manipulating the world for thousands of years. This is another reason why we had to do things this way, so that secretly we've been coming together, the alliance that they call them, the white hats. They've been coming together doing all this stuff, and now you're watching it play out. And this is another reason why I come on the scene and says, all right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Pop, 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 pop. And it's like, okay, like They got armies on Earth, right? I got an army on a ship that's 10 times more people on Earth, and I have billions of those ships. So just imagine. They know who the boss is.
Wow. All right. So the corporations, I'm just going to use the US since we're here and it's convenient, but our
Mhm.
companies create on purpose this chemical food, chemical clothing, chemical this and that. They put their stuff in the water, in the air. We're ingesting it. It's nobody, the average citizen doesn't know any better. Okay. And there's not too much you can do to get around it right now. Will they be exposed and taken out? Like, will we take over the chemical companies and make it all?
That's it. That's exactly what we're going to do. You know how I always talked about buying up this and buying up that and buying this and buying that. You
Yeah.
see, recently I made that little stamp of approval, right? That blue stamp, that blue stamp of approval
Yeah.
is kind of like their stamp of organic, right? So if you don't have this stamp on the product, your product is not going to be on our shelves.
Ooh.
So that's the type of thing that we're going to put into play. However, everybody knows that I've already got healing photographs and frequencies and hollows that neutralize all that shit. For instance, you take this charm, you put it next to this juice, and whatever harmful chemicals is in this juice neutralizes it. So then we just drink whatever chemicals was in this. It goes into your body because it's still in there, but it turns inert matter and then it goes straight to your bloodstream. Mind you, that was 6 years ago. Now, when you do this, you put it next to it, it literally evaporates it so that it comes fresh again.
Oh my God.
Here's an example. You take this, cut it in half or cut it pieces. You put charm next to one side, and then you keep the other side by itself. Within a minute, you taste the two. After you taste the two, you'll notice things. I'm not going to say it because everybody else is going to figure it out. So take a piece of fruit, chop it up, put a charm or a hologram next to it, and tell me what happens.
Plus one, the side without the charm will degrade much faster. It will turn brown. It'll get smushy.
Exactly, because the life force is no longer there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's literally what my products are, a literal life force from daddy.
Yeah.
Every single one of the products. Everything that I make and produce has daddy's energy in it, which has my energy because I'm from daddy, right? So
Okay.
we can literally change anything. And all you have to do, if you learn the Jedi method, you can just form the energy balls and change it.
So with the replicators, we're really, and that's not going to be covering the earth probably day one, but those that receive replicators, we're not going to need to worry about food and or say clothes or widgets anymore. We just go about our business and help others. But for those that are eating food from the grocery store, we're going to until they get replicators, we'll prepare them healthier food, clothes, and
Yeah.
right.
So we'll do that type of stuff gradually.
Yeah.
For instance, let me paint a picture for you. We are already on the ships. Our consciousness is being broadcasted into these bodies. What's going to happen is we're going to reform into our original selves, and all of our cool gadgets that we already have, we're going to bring it here and use it here. And then slowly we're going to expand it to the rest of the world.
Right.
That's what's happening. So I'm not sure exactly how soon we'll be able to put the replicators out, but we'll be using the frequencies to grow the food faster until dad allows us to have the next step and the next step and the next step and the next step. So it's going to be exciting.
And
it is exciting.
There's still people that will prefer to grow their own food. Even if they have a replicator, they're going to do whatever. And that's fine. But I just, like the fact that every food that we have, no matter what it is, an apple It's got chemicals on, in, and around it. And it's hard to, like, even if we choose organic, that they've still sprayed it. The wind blows the pesticides or whatever. So we just want to clean all that up.
Yeah, so we're going to clean it all up, and then especially the water and stuff like that. We're going to clean up the water.
Right.
There's so many things that you can literally clean with water too. For instance, you can charge water, put it in a bowl, put your fruits and vegetables in that charged water, and it cleans it out. There's also, you can literally just, again, when you take a piece of apple and you cut it in half and you do that, what happens to the apple without the people realizing it, because not everybody can see energy, the apple totally takes on a new energy field, which then turns the apple into an organic matter that daddy intended it to be. That's why you'll experience what you experience when you do what I just told you to do. Cut it up and set it aside. But yeah, we're gonna have fresh water, clean water. We just have the clean water because they put chemicals in it. They've been doing that for the longest. Why do you think a lot of these there's a lot of over the last couple of years, the gay stuff just went rampant because they've been putting stuff in our water. Now men are growing breasts. Why is that? Because they've been putting stuff in our water, contaminating everything. And then when some of the people and celebrities told y'all about this, y'all didn't believe them. Y'all just laughed at them. So that's literally what they've been doing. And then it's no surprise where now people are looking like, men are looking like women, and women are thinking they're men because those chemicals that they put in the water made them think that way. Along with the bombardment of all these other different frequencies and MK Ultra shit that they got on TV and all this other crazy shit. But all that's going to be restored. We literally restored planets while we've been working doing our stuff for the last couple months. Entire planets. Some planets were just so gay that we just had to go in there and change shit.
Well, let's just say that someone has that persuasion and they go through the crystalline chambers. That we'll call it, make everything the way it was intended. And I'm not trying to be offensive to anyone that's gay.
No. It's cool. It's cool. Some of them won't even have to go through the chamber. They'll just wake up and realize they fucked up.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because I can see the agenda really amping up, and it's just shocking. And, I've been doing a lot of research in these companies, especially when they're in the media, film, print media, like publishers. Everybody's got a social department, like I forget what they call them, but like they're all worried about how the social, like they want to include everyone, and they're making special departments for that. And it's like, well, why don't you just include anyone and not talk about it? Like, why don't you give it a thing?
You saw what I just posted in Germany. I don't know if you saw that, but they got kindergarten schools now where they're taking the children in a secret room and letting them do what they do to each other.
Oh,
exactly. So, these people, again, these are not human, and they feed off of that negative shit. And they'll rape and molest and eat and drink the children. That's literally what they do. So it's just wild stuff that needs to be addressed, and quickly.
Yeah. And like I said, so many people don't know. And when I'll sit with my group of friends, I'll mention some of this stuff and they think I'm crazy, and they've got very black and white opinions. They don't even want to entertain that there could be a different way, or that they've been taught wrong or anything. And I think a lot of us have been taught wrong, and we just didn't know about this, and we're slowly waking up, and we're going to have a big shock pretty soon,
Shock to the heart. You're too late. You gave love a bad name.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're going to be shocked to the core, and
Yeah.
people are going to say, "Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!" for a very very long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I've
and
got my whole,
Daddy loves when I sing. By the way.
oh yeah.
That's funny.
All
Yeah.
right. I have a couple product questions for you if you want to take them.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Want to know the difference between the pyramid, okay, and then the vibranium charger, the big one. I don't know, the one that's about this big. What
Yeah.
are the differences between them? They're both super cool. And I just
Yeah.
want, people have asked, and I'm curious.
Right. So yes, that's cool. So uh, basically, they all have similar images. I mean, frequencies. Most of the products have similar stuff. The crystalline, the pyramid was designed to act as an orgone piece. Y'all know what orgone is, right? Okay, so orgone takes ions and also cleans out negative radiations and EMF and all that stuff. And then it also is known to clear the skies from chemtrails. Okay, so what we did was we took all those frequencies and we put it into the pyramid. So now you have a literal generator, an orgone pyramid generator that's constantly broadcasting. Like once you have that pyramid, your skies will be fresh no matter what. And if they do a chemtrail, you'll see that it just disappears almost instantly or literally instantly. That's what they are. Plus, they keep the air and environment clean of darkness, which is another reason why we're winning, because we're literally changing the vibration of the world. That's what my products like that are specifically for.
Okay.
Now imagine all of the individuals. I see yours there. Imagine if everybody's got them all around the world, and they do already, and they have them on facing up. So now, if you're looking at it from off planet, you'll see that there's pockets of love and light broadcasting from the ground, straight up. That's literally what I see when I remote view.
Right.
That's what that is, right?
Okay.
Now, the crystalline generator does similar, but it's also designed to allow you to put people's photos on it or put it into a room when they walk into the room, so that they get hit with all those different type of frequencies, and no matter what's wrong with them, they start to experience comfort instead of the discomfort they had before they walked through the door. And it's also it also does the black hollow stuff, and it also does the photo stuff. You can put it on your printer. Remember how the black hollow and the original small chambers? Right. I mean, the generators.
Yeah.
So you can do it. You can use that to do it too. And then the same thing with the smaller one. It's just more portable, where you can have it in an RV or a camper, or just have it in your backpack. If you're going to carry it, just keep it protected. Those are the difference between that. And then you all know about this, the source cube. This is what's going to power your new buildings and resorts and all that stuff. This is what's going to power my stuff. We're going to hook these up to specific generators and frequency sensor devices, and then the power will automatically dish out whatever it needs to dish out to power the appliances. There's going to be so many different things, and there's a lot of companies that are already working on stuff. There's companies that have anti-gravitic cars that were told to, put it away. But there's a lot of things that I still haven't produced that I'm going to produce. Any other questions on the products?
Well, I have a lot. I know you probably got other stuff to do. Differences in the cube, like the colors, like that was a golden cube, like some are clear. Now you've got the blue and the purple. Do they have different strengths or powers?
Yeah, they all have different things. The best way to to find that out as an individual is when you get it, you'll experience different things. But they all do different things. Mainly those are for like free energy, but they'll still do other things like cleanse the area and heal and do all types of stuff. Um, so there really is no difference. They all have power and energy and frequencies.
Yeah.
You can use some of the smaller ones on like golf carts and cars. And there's now let me remind everybody that some of these devices are ahead of their time, and we haven't really made the other components to it. But the fact that you got it, you're ahead of the game.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, once they're fully activated, then you're going to be like, oh shit.
Like we're going to need like a little thing in our circuit breaker box to plug it into, and then so that's a whole industry that will have to be like, you'll have to direct us there.
Yeah, it'll be a lot more easier than that. That was just a little video that I made to help you begin to understand, because in reality, all you really need is this cube, and it will power up everything that's already tuned tuned to it. So if we make a lamp, or we make a phone that already has the certain crystals or certain frequencies in it, or is built a certain way, it will stay powered forever. And this will, if something happens to it, that will still keep it in power. So there's a lot of different things that we're getting ready to do to make sure nobody ever has to worry about free energy. Nobody has to worry about electric bills. It's just ultimate freedom is where we're going.
And think of like with a business, say a grocery store or a school, plug one of those into a school. They can have it air conditioned, heated, or cool. And how much money that would save the school, and how much more comfort the people would have,
Exactly. So we got a couple of individuals that we'll be working with, and y'all know already Maxwell, the free energy TV, right? You already know about him. He's got the free energy TV that I posted.
Oh yeah. He's in Zimbabwe, right?
Exactly. So he's already got plans or blueprints to certain things that will help him with in that area, and they keep trying to take him out, but we don't see that happening, obviously. So he'll be making some pieces that we just stick onto the cars, and stick onto the golf carts, stick onto the boats, and then while he's processing that, because he's already got it finalized, then we'll combine my stuff with his stuff and make it even better. At the end of the day, we're going to be moving into a reality where we don't even need this shit, because we're going to do it with our minds and our own consciousness and abilities, because that's where the true power lies. That's where you're truly connected to our creator, because it's nothing but energy. That's still far off with certain people. Not everybody can do certain things, right? Even look at Nikola Tesla, okay? He was taking light bulbs and going, whoo, turning them on. We all have those type of abilities, but once everybody realizes, until everybody realizes we could do those type of things, they'll have to be subject to these type of things, right? Just like right now, they're all subject to paying electric bills, because they think they have to have a line to their house to have light. Okay. The last time I checked, I didn't need to be plugged in the wall to be repowered the next day.
Right.
So there's a lot to learn, and we're headed in that direction, despite all the bullshit we're all witnessing. It's a literal distraction of where we're going. And it's not going to affect what Daddy wants anyway. Right. The world is not going to end. We're not going nowhere no time soon. And some people are just going to have to take that big ass pill and either swallow it, boof it, whatever the fuck you want to do. I don't care. Shove it.
Well, there's definitely going to be a transitory period, like people, like everything will be unfolded perfectly. I can't, like, I'm trying to like figure out how it's going to happen again. Just chill. It'll unfold as it's supposed to.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And you see that that's literally how it's happening.
Yes.
You're seeing how it's happening. The reason why I have the insight that I have is because number one, we're connected to Dad. He talks to us every day. Number two, he sends me the orders. I put it in motion. That's why we can do what we do.
Right.
That's why we know what's going to happen when. Now I can't say when, but he tells us what to do. We act on it, and since we act on it, we already know it's going to happen. So then I can share to everybody, this is what's going to happen, because Dad told me to reinforce it.
Right.
He gave the ultimate order, and I executed.
Right.
So I don't understand why the fuck they don't understand this. or maybe they do and they don't want to accept it, which is the case in most cases. Especially
you mean the dark forces.
Them, but the good guys too.
Anyone.
Because they don't want to accept that, this tan colored guy is doing all this shit. Right? Because I ain't one of them. He can't control me. So let's see how long we could get away with doing this shit, because we don't want to admit that this guy's the real deal. Right?
Right.
That's literally what's happening.
Right.
Right. And the funny part is Daddy made all of me and my crew members dark.
Well, you know why? Because you'll fly under the radar. You've flown under the radar until it's time to come out, right?
Yeah, he told us recently. He told us recently people are going to say, "Where them niggas get all that money?"
Whoa.
So that just tells us, if people are going to say that, they still have that mindset. So what's going to happen is they're going to say things like that, and then they're going to realize those niggers are helping people. So I don't know. Let me stop calling those niggers niggers, and let me go out and figure out what's going on, how I can be a part of it. I mean, that's the only thing I can come up with. Okay, people are a certain way. Let's just keep doing what we're doing, and when they realize that what they were taught is basura, trash, they'll get with the program and help us heal the people.
Right.
Right. So that's where we're going.
Deep programming. So there's a lot of re-education that we'll have to do for everyone, including ourselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I don't know it all. I don't want to know it all. And if I really wanted to know something, I would just ask Dad.
Yeah.
And I literally don't ask him everything because I don't want to know it all.
Well, I think it's going to be so fun that, when we could go up to people and hand them what they need, or offer them a home or food or whatever, it's going to be beyond awesome. It's going to be so awesome.
Right. That should be everyone's ultimate goal, is to be at service to each other, be at service to humanity as a whole, despite what we look like. I mean, for years, you guys know that I've been saying, I don't care what color you are, purple, green. If you need my help, I'm going to help you.
Right.
And that's because that's the way I was built. I was built to do that type of thing. I was built to do that type of thing. So, I mean, built to do those type of things and not care about what the norm is, because I've already seen how evil people could be because of their skin colors or because of their money. I got more money than you, so you're going to have to do this. Those type of things are going to literally cease to exist. So that's where we're going with that.
Well, that was a created program. The guys in power were like, hey, let's take all the money out of Africa and take all the resources and give them nothing. And or they created the third world countries that way. And then in our minds, they're not good because they don't have this, that, this, and that. And they don't live the way we do. It's just programming. You know?
Right, right. So, the cool thing about those areas is that they'll be the areas where they'll blossom more because there's no rebuilding to do there. In other words, we'll build, not have to rebuild.
Right.
So those areas will be built faster than some of the areas here. And it'll be like everybody that's been a part of this suppression or this bullshit, the right thing for them to do is to participate in the rebuild of all these other countries that your fathers and forefathers been raping and pillaging. So if you stop the bullshit and help us out, then maybe you'll be able to be gifted some of the stuff Daddy has for us. Maybe we'll share with y'all,
Right.
or maybe not. I don't care.
All right.
Hey, I'm just keeping it real, right? Like, if you want to make amends, cut the bullshit and help us out. Otherwise, continue to do your doing, continue to do what you're doing and end up over there in Pebble Valley, the ethers, wherever Daddy wants you, or wherever he tells me to send you. Well, yeah, wherever he wants you. So,
Okay.
it's only a matter of time. TikTok.
So exciting. So exciting.
It is. It is. I can't control myself sometimes. I'll be ready to pop out this body.
Ready for the new body, Daddy.
Yeah, and he tells me that every I get my body every night. Stop complaining. What? That's not even funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
So messed up. So wrong. So wrong.
So I guess one last question on my. I have lots of questions. I have quite a notebook full of questions, but you wrote, I think it was yesterday, USN equals D blue, and then D blue equals USN. And I was wondering if you might kind of describe what that means.
Yeah, I think it. No, I said backing.
Back. Oh, back. Okay, I couldn't remember exactly, but
right. So
yeah.
I
So
got you.
and then
I got you.
you talked a little bit about U.S. notes recently. Like what? Like they've got to announce that sooner or later.
Well, yeah. Yesterday and today, it's certain people already got paid, and what's happening is they're putting the U.S. Treasury notes inside of certain people's quantum QF accounts or whatever you call it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what's going to happen is my United States Treasury notes will back up my D Blue assets, and my D Blue assets will back up their United States Treasury notes. So at the end of the day, the D Blue coins will be a worldwide thing and even off planet. So people are going to want to exchange for this than, let's say, gold. In certain planets, gold has no value, but this does because of the frequencies and the healing and all the things that. These are little daddy's coins, right? So you can take some of these coins and take them to other planets, and they can do things with them, heal the people in those planets. So this will be like it's a universal currency, if you would. It's not just Earth. That being said, this is why this will always back up natural resources like the United States Treasury notes, which is backed up by gold and silver and whatever else. So that's what I meant. The U.S. currencies will be backed up by this, and this will be backed up by that.
Gotcha.
So, in other words, we won't ever be broke again. You know what I'm saying? So it's mind-boggling, mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's wickedly exciting. So.
It is. It's very exciting. Very exciting.
I want to thank you for your time. Do you have any other things you want to share or?
That's the rainbow currency.
got a hole in the middle. Is that for a necklace or what is that for?
No, that's the gateway to heaven.
Okay. And those are going on sale. When did you say? Like Monday?
Oh yeah, everything is going on sale on Monday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do another super sale.
Yeah, okay.
Because a lot of people want these pendants and they weren't able to get them because I put them last minute on the website.
Yeah. Yeah.
So on Monday I'll do another super sale, and people have been requesting the 6. So the 6 is on Monday. Everybody be happy that keeps requesting that. And then of course I'll be able to take care of some of my bills and all the other stuff, all of my other products and creations. So
Right.
that's where we're at with that.
Right.
But yeah, we got so many things coming down the pipeline. Daddy wants everybody to have faith, trust in him, allow the process. And like you were saying, we want to know when, because we all want to know when. But I myself find it awesome when you stop worrying about when and then boom, oh shit, there it is.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's what's been happening recently. And I did two videos like this in the last couple of days, and you're seeing the when happen faster.
Totally.
So we're going to keep doing these type of videos when Daddy tells me to do. He literally told me to do it. Wednesday he told me to do it today, and then yesterday I asked, my partner, am I to do it today? The answer was yes. So that's why we're doing it now.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the info because, we're watching the posts. Like I sit there on my phone all day watching what you've got going on, and I infer a lot, but it's so good to hear you describe what is happening and what we're going to be seeing soon. And like I said, even in 2 days, we've seen it's been exponential. It's really amazing.
Right. And there's always a purpose behind what I do and say. So that's why he wants me to come out here and say these certain things, so that everybody that's participating in the Jedi method is helping it manifest a lot faster. And believe it or not, this is the way to do it. So forget about what you think you know. Do the method, participate. There's a lot of people that want to go beyond their capabilities and they get themselves in trouble. Stop doing all that. Just follow the commands, heal the people on your daily lives, daily stuff, and reinforce the commands. Other than that, everything's cool. I don't want to have to go out and bring you back from some fucking planet because they're getting ready to rape your ass or do some stupid shit to you. So cut it out. No. This is real. This is not fake. No. And you just saw Michael Salas and Tony Rodriguez tell y'all this is real. Okay, that's military intel there. So cut it out. But other than that, we're gonna I'm sure we'll do another one of these videos probably Monday or Tuesday. I'll wait for Daddy to give me the go on it, because there's other things that he wants me to share with y'all. And we'll just keep doing it.
I appreciate everything you've done for humanity, the earth, everything. I appreciate your time and your trouble, and then taking the time out of your day to explain it to us. That really means a lot. So
thank you. Yep. Heavy love and light blankets on me, my crew, the crew that's the Jedis, all of you guys. We're here. We're definitely here, and you guys are going to witness everything that I said manifest. Days, or should I say hours.
So exciting. Thank you, Daddy.
That's right. Thank you, Dad.
Yeah. Well, thank you, and I'll be talking with you again soon. I appreciate everything you've done.
Yep. Heal the world. Here we come.
All right. Thank you so much, Smarty. Bye-bye.
Love you guys. Love and light. Oh, look at that. It went down to my shirt. Perfect time. You seen that?
You had like a few rainbows, like sparkling off your stuff back there.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right, we good. Thank you. Love you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.